When we hear the word Iran, what comes to mind? War, conflict, a global threat. For decades, Western media has shaped Iran's image through a particular lens. Iran is often portrayed as an enemy, an Islamic threat, or a symbol of instability. But is the reality really that simple? Media do more than report facts. They chose which stories to highlight, which perspectives to amplify, and which narratives to repeat. And through that process, global perceptions are formed. Through this project, we aim to explore how Western mass media constructs Iranian identity in the modern era, and how those narratives influence the way the world sees Iran today. Is Iran truly good, or is it an identity shaped by media framing?
I'm Alphonsus Andika Pratama Nugraha. Western media framing of Iran refers to the way media construct and present the reality of Iran through a particular perspective. In practice, media do not simply deliver facts. They also select specific issues, language, and context, which ultimately influence how audience understand Iran at the global level.
I am Jessica Michelle Sanaruba sampai Padang. So the example is Western media is construct Iran as a danger in international security. Coverage highlights nuclear ambitions, alliance with militant groups, and regional instability. Western media tends to amplify this narrative, suggesting that the governments are fragile and the first of losing control, such as protests, economic struggles, and social unrest.
Western media framing of Iran often creates a specific image that influences global public opinion. Many Western media outlets focus mainly on issues such as nuclear weapon, terrorism, and human rights. Because of this, Iran is often portrayed as a dangerous and unstable country. One important aspect of this framing is the use of selective language. Words like threats and radical are frequently associated with Iran in news coverage. This revealed narrative shapes how international audience understand Iranian identity. At the same time, Western media often pay less attention to Iran's culture, history, and social diversity. Positive aspects as education, art, and culture, and the daily lives of Iranian people are rarely highlighted in international news.
This media framing is also connected to the challenging political dynamics in the Middle East, as Iran increases its regional influence through diplomacy and alliance. Western powers may see Iran as a challenger to their strategic interests in the region. Because of this, media narratives can indirectly support Western foreign policy's perspective. Public opinion is often shaped to view Iran mainly through the lens of security threats and political tensions rather than a complex nation with different social realities. In the modern era, social media and digital platforms spread these narratives even faster through headlines, short videos, and online discussion. This shows that mass media are not only sources of information, but also powerful tools in shaping national interest and global perception.
Ask you a question. So, what is the first thing that comes up in your mind about Iran?
For me, the three things that comes in my mind when I think about Iran is their Persian history, their influence in Middle Eastern politics, and also the Salat association.
For me, it's kind of the same because the first thing that comes to my mind is straight hormones and then oil and then geopolitical tension.
Okay, so what is the three words that you can describe Iran in the global politics now?
For me, Iran is influential, strategic, and also a bit controversial about their policy.
Okay.
And for me, I think it's the plan, influential and isolated.
Okay. Thank you very much.
So I think it is not simply a matter of media reflecting public opinion. In many cases, media also plays an active role in shaping how the public understands a country, including Iran. When Iran is repeatedly represented through narrative of threat, nuclear danger, radicalism, or instability, this narrative gradually shaped the way Iran is perceived in global politics. Of course, This narrative do not come from nowhere. They are connected to real political tension, historical conflict, and Iran's position in the international system. However, the problem is that media often simplifies a very complex country into a single dominant image. And from an international relation perspective, this is important because identity in global politics is not only built by state behavior, but also by discourse and representation. If Iran is constantly framed as a threat, then policies such as sanction, containment, or diplomatic isolation become easier to justify. So I would say media narrative both reflect and shape public opinion, but in many cases they are also serve certain hegemonic interests by normalizing a particular understanding of Iran as a problem in international politics.
In a recent interview with some of university students, most view Iran as negative. Most of them answer about Strait Hormuz as a threat to global trade, economics, and some of them answer about the regional conflicts. However, for international students, there raises an important question. Are these views based on objective facts, or are they influenced by Western media framing?
So in the end, the way we see country are always influenced by the story we consume. Media can shape public opinion, construct identity, even influence international relations. Through this project, we learned that Iran is not a simple treaty, not a single stereotype that how media built. As an audience, of course, we should not accept information blindly. We need to think critically and understanding from different perspectives. Thank you.